Hi, I'm Laurie Halse, a very, very lucky author. I've been writing books for kids and for teenagers for 25 years now. My newest one, Rebellion 1776, takes us back to the early days of the United States, the beginning of our revolution, which we fought to be independent from England, and which led to the definition of ourselves, based in the Constitution, as a country that was based on freedoms and liberties. One of those freedoms, one of those liberties that we must all hold dear, is the freedom to read, intellectual freedoms, which Benjamin Franklin actually started talking about back in 1732. These are not new concepts. The idea that one has the right to think what one wants, or to write, or to read, is an age-old cornerstone of democracy. So when they started to ban my books, like Speak and Shout and Twisted and Winter Girls and Chains, on and on and on, for reasons that really boil down to some people being uncomfortable with the subject matter that I'm writing about, whether that's about slavery during the American Revolution, the lives of enslaved families, whether that's about sexual violence or depression, mental illness, living with a parent with PTSD, super uncomfortable subjects. And the nice thing about putting a discussion of an uncomfortable subject in the hands of a fictional character into a book is that it gives the readers the choice about if they want to walk with that character or not. The book sits on the shelf. The reader can choose to read it, and if they start reading the book and they don't like it or they're too uncomfortable, they have this wonderful ability to close the book, put it back on the shelf, and leave it for someone else to find. This concept that a small group of people, whatever their motivations, get to choose for the overwhelming majority of people is absurd. It is tyranny. It is at its basis what we fought this war about. If you don't like a book, my friends, you don't have to read it. If you don't want your children to read a book, then of course it's a parent's right to choose for that child. That's actually a responsibility for parents, and huzzah for those parents who are keeping an eye on their children's reading and their social media and all the other things that you do that are hard and scary sometimes when you're a parent. But other parents don't get to choose for my children, and I don't get to choose for other people's children. That's why we have public spaces like public libraries and public schools, which must contain a well-curated, by professional librarians, collections of books that have lots of different subjects and speak to many, many different readers. We have to stand up for our freedom to read, my friends. Stand up and speak out for your freedom to read.